Hello, YouTube! I just wanted to jump on here because Gogokid has come out with some new announcements and changes and things that they have been making. So, the very first thing is that brand new teachers, as of September 27th, in 2 days, if you sign a new teaching contract on September 27th or on, they are no longer offering the peak time subsidy pay. So that 60% of your base pay that you got or that teachers have been getting for opening up peak time slots is no longer starting in 2 days. However, I have not heard anything about them recalling the $300 new teacher sign-on bonus. So for now, as far as I understand, that is still there. You can still come in as a new teacher, have your first 3 classes as scheduled, and earn that $300 new teacher bonus. Now, along with that, here's one other change that they made, and people will be excited about this. In the current contract, if you do not teach at least one class per calendar week, you lose 5 points off your credit score. They are removing that. So any new teachers coming in, that will not apply to you. So you can earn points for every 3 classes. You get 1 point that have the finish type: as scheduled, student no-show, student IT issue, and system issue. You can receive that 1 point. Every 5-star parent feedback, you can still receive 1 point. The change, another change, is that if a parent has a valid parent review that's not so great, points can be deducted. Now, any parent review like that would be validated or invalidated before that were to happen. So Gogokid has decided that it is better to see how you're doing in your classes, see how the kids are responding, see how students are responding and parents and all of that, instead of saying, hey, you couldn't get a class scheduled, so you lose some points. And then, of course, we still have the same, nothing has changed with how you lose points for if you teacher no-showed or if you canceled short notice and things like that. So all of that's still the same. They are just pulling out that you lose 5 credit score points for not having at least 1 class as scheduled. Now, that's the changes for new teachers. For existing teachers, you can stay in your current contract. If you choose to stay in your current contract, you will still receive peak time subsidy. However, you will also still be subject to the 5-point credit score loss, because that is what your contract says. So, all existing Gogokid teachers, you can keep your current contract. Everything stays the same. You can receive that peak time subsidy, as well as if you don't have at least 1 class as scheduled during that time frame, you will lose 5 credit score points, and that will last for the remainder of your current 6-month contract. Or you will have the opportunity to sign the new contract. You will lose peak time subsidy, but you will gain not losing 5 credit score points. So all current teachers make that decision: stay in your current contract or start a new one. And then when they look at pay for an entire month, whatever your credit score is on the last day of that month, that is what your incentives will be based off of. So everyone teaching in September right now, the credit score you end on September 30th is what your September pay will go off of. Now, the great thing about that is, let's say something happens. Let's say you get sick on October 4th and you cancel. Let's say you had 3 classes that day and you cancel those 3 classes and your credit score has now dropped. The great thing is that will not affect your September pay because they're going off of what you did and earned in September. The other great thing is that you have the entire rest of October to teach classes as scheduled, to try and get positive parent feedback and bump your score up before your October pay. That's why the credit system is so fantastic, is that if you have to cancel a class, it's okay because you still have the rest of the month to try and get that score up. Worst case scenario, you're not at 120, but maybe you're at 110, or maybe your credit score isn't where you want it to be, and the month ends, you still get to keep earning and working up. You can always be working up. You get to 120, you can stay there until something happens. So it's wonderful because you get to decide and make work class scheduling for you, if that makes sense. So those are the most recent updates. I just wanted to let everybody know. I hope you're doing well. And I'm trying to think. I will come out with a video at the end of September letting you know how many classes that I have. I will say that my bookings have gone up. I only opened up 14 slots for this week. I had 2 each day for Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then I had 4 for Friday, 4 for Saturday. So far, 8 of those 14 have booked. So I had both my slots Monday, both my slots today, both my slots tomorrow. I've got a couple on Friday, and I have often had the experience of classes filling in during the week as well. So I'm excited to see where I end this month. I've taught a lot more Gogokid classes than I did last month, and I've gotten a lot more bookings. So my credit score is going up, and I hit 110 last week, and I'm excited, and I'm just going right on up, and we'll see how I end at the end of the month. So yeah, have a great day. See you next time.